Just in case you weren't sure, now you know you're in the SAT. Economic job growth. Now you're in the thick of it. SAT passage. First science passage. I ran out of space. So you just read it, you just marked it. Hopefully it looks just like mine. If not, take a second, mark it. You have to mark the text. We're predicting what the questions are going to be. So you don't get a pass on marking the text. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of wasted time and energy going back and flipping back and thinking that you're going to be able to point to the right answer. That's not the SAT test. So don't treat it like it is, and don't expect to be able to do that. My somebody wanted but so chart kind of looks like this. Somebody wanted a healthy economy with new jobs, but technology is replacing people. So sluggish job growth now, or people have to create their own jobs. So I kind of, the so part I got from, lines 1 through 75. And then Katz started throwing that in like, oh, people have always been able to create new jobs and people come up with new things to do. And that seemed like he was putting a new spin on it, that we were going to have job creation that just hasn't happened in the past. So my theme, let me make sure you can see that. Technology is behind the healthy growth in productivity, and technology is behind the weak growth in jobs. So technology is behind the healthy growth in productivity, and technology is behind the weak growth in jobs. I actually found that and almost took it word for word from the passage. I did find some research design there. I actually had underlined it, and then I realized what I was underlining, so I bracketed it. Research design and a few dates, so we'll see if that's helpful to go back to. But all in all, I know for a fact on this one, there are 3 questions that are theme-based questions, and we are only going to use that theme right there. Technology is behind the healthy growth in productivity and the weak growth in jobs. Remember what I just told you. There are 31 easy questions. Easy. You're going to know how to answer them, and you can answer them quickly. They're either themed, they're most nearly means, or they're chart or graph. Which is good on this one? There's two charts, so we know that there's going to be some easy questions about that. So let's start hammering out our answers. The main purpose of the passage, right off the bat, main purpose questions is a theme question. So all we're doing is we're looking for a theme in the answer choices. Number 1, examine the role of technology in workers' lives during the last century. Actually, we were looking at the role of technology in the economy. They were parallel to technology and workers' lives were parallel. So no. Advocate for better technology to enhance workplace conditions? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Argue for changes in how technology is deployed in the workplace? No. It was a study in how technology has been deployed. Access the impact of advancements in technology on overall job growth. Word for word. That's our theme. Word for word. All day long. D is our answer. We read for theme. According to Brian Jolfison and McAfee, advancements in technology since approximately the year 2000 have they resulted in low job growth in the United States? That's our theme, yes. Global workplace changes? No indication of that in the passage. More skilled laborers in the United States? No indication of that. That since 2000 hasn't resulted in that. No global creation of new jobs. Nothing to indicate that in the passage, but certainly it has had an effect on job growth. That's our theme. Which choice provides the best evidence? The previous questions. We're only on question 3, so we know that this answer is going to come pretty much from the beginning. I'm going to narrow it down probably A or B, just to give ourselves a little bit of clarity. Lines 1 through 6, MIT 3 years, and again, we're looking at low job growth in the United States. Does lines 1 through 6 say low job growth in the United States? MIT business scholars Brian Jolfison and Andrew McAfee have argued that impressive advances in computer technology, from improved industrial robots to automatic translation services, just seeing how far we're going, are largely behind the sluggish employment growth of the last 10 to 15 years. Sounds like it word for word. I don't know how better laid out that could possibly be, but before we take it, I mean, are you okay taking it? I'm okay taking it. It said it word for word. I mean, we could spend the time going through 13 to 15 or 21 to 23 or 35 to 38. However, we know that it's not going to be C or D, and it just said it word for word. So I'm going to take it. The primary purpose of lines 26 through 28, the amount to labor, is to. When I look at that, I just am looking to see what are they doing. So what are the authors doing in lines 26 to 28 between the amount and labor? Are they describing? Are they highlighting? Are they clarifying? Are they explaining? The amount to labor in 26 to 28. The amount of economic value created for a given unit of input, such as an hour of labor, is a crucial indicator of growth and wealth creation. Sounds like a definition. Sounds like they're defining something for us. So are they describing a process? No. Are they highlighting a dilemma? No. Are they clarifying a claim? Maybe. Or they're explaining a term? Absolutely. That's a definition. Clear most nearly means the clear on line 35. Let's go to line 35. You need to see it too. The pattern is, as businesses generated more value from their workers, the country as a whole became richer. The pattern is obvious. Can you say obvious? The pattern is obvious. I want to come up with just another simple logical word that can mean the same as obvious. How about you come up with a simple logical word that can mean the same as obvious? Shown? Seen? Sounds good. All right, so let's go with obvious, shown, or seen. Does pure mean obvious, shown, or seen? Nope, get rid of it. Keen, does that mean obvious, shown, or seen? Nope. Untroubled? Nope. Unmistakable? Obvious, shown, seen. Unmistakable. Awesome. Which of the following best characterizes Kat's attitude toward today's digital technologies? I am going to remind myself. For my so, I included Kat's on my so. People have the ability to create their own new jobs. So Kat's was the guy who came in and said, yeah, we haven't, we're looking at trends, but let's also not give up on the human spirit side of things. So Kat's today's digital technologies. Let's just try and see what we can do before we look back. He is alarmed about countries' increasing reliance on technology. That wasn't Kat's. Nope. He is unconcerned about their effect on the economy. That wasn't Kat's. He is uncertain how they might affect job growth. I'm going to keep it only for the uncertain part, but we have to look back on 81 to 82. What is he saying? He's optimistic that it will spur job creation to a degree not seen since the mid-19th century. Optimism or uncertainty? What are we finding on 81 to 82? In between lines. Today's digital. Okay. So 81 to 82. Still, Katz doesn't dismiss the notion there is something different about today's digital technologies, something that could affect an even broader range of work. So people have been able to create new jobs. People come up with new things to do. He doesn't dismiss the notion there's something different about today's different technologies, something that could create an even broader range of work. So today's technology is going to create work. Does that sound uncertain or optimistic? I'm going to go optimistic. Number 17. Which choice provides the best evidence the answer to the previous question. So we're looking at him to remain optimistic. Our next question is line 83. That means I'm getting rid of D. And the previous question was taken from line 81 to 82. So since that's the case, I can probably get rid of A, but let's have a look. We're just going to narrow it down. It's probably 79. Which choice provides the best evidence? He's optimistic. Line 79. Between people come and do. Line 79. People have always been able to create new jobs. People come up with new things to do. Yep. Our answer. Awesome. Another most nearly means. This is our second one. Again, we have had so far 3 theme questions, and this is our second most nearly means. So out of this very short 10 question section, we've had 5 easy questions so far, and look what's coming up. Figure 1, figure 2, lots of easy, lots more easy. Look how easy. Awesome. As used in line 83, range most nearly means. Let's go back. Let's see how it's used. 83. Oh, I'm still getting it wrong. 83, range. Still, Cass doesn't dismiss the notion that there's something different about today's digital technology, something that could affect an even broader, let me say, spectrum of work. A spectrum. A broader spectrum of work. If we're thinking spectrum, like a length of work. All right, let's see. We're going spectrum or length. Region? No. Scope? I like it. Distance, spectrum, distance, or spectrum, scope. I like scope better, so we're going to keep scope. Position? Nope. Scope. According to figure 1, look, we're already on the 3 easiest ones. Which of the following years showed the widest gap between percentages of productivity and employment? Again, very common to look at the wrong figure. We're not going to look at the wrong figure. Other kids in the room on Saturday are going to look at the wrong figure. We are looking for the widest gap between percentages of productivity and employment. Let's see. Small, small, small. Big gap over here. Hugest gap. Hugest. What's the SAT word? Right there. And then it's a smaller increase there. So biggest gap there. Let's see what our answers are. We're going probably 2011 to 2013. 1987, nope. Nope. 2007 or 2013. Just look back really quickly. There's 2007. 2013 is definitely bigger. Definitely bigger. Which statement is supported by figure 2? Now we're on figure 2. The country with the greatest growth in output per manufacturing worker from 1960 to 1990 was Germany. So if this is correct, it's going to be output per manufacturing worker. 1960 to 1990 was Germany. Output per worker. So that means from here to here, Germany would have to be the highest one. And it's just not the case. Sorry, 1960 to 1990. Germany has been second, third. So no, not true. Japan experienced its smallest increase in output per manufacturing worker from 2000 to 2011. So Japan would be smallest. Japan is this one. Sorry. So Japan's the smallest, not the case. Nope. Each of the 3 countries experienced an increase in its output per manufacturing worker from 1960 to 2011. Going higher, it's going higher, it's going higher. Each year is going higher. So yeah, I like that one. Of the 3 countries, the United States had the greatest output per manufacturing worker for each of the years shown. So US is always going to be the highest? No. I mean, right there. No? So no, the answer no. Let's see. What additional information, if presented in figure 2, would be most useful in evaluating the statement? So now that it's making a reference back, I don't even need to look because it's going to be theme-based and it's going to just kind of go with the passage. So what is it in the passage that we don't even know? And what is it from here that we don't know? We're seeing productivity and employment. That's all about it in the passage. Productivity and employment, output per employee. So we're seeing output per worker, and then different countries. Is it true that the median income of employees as it compares across all 3 countries in a single year? Would that help us support the theme if we knew the median income of employees? No, we just need to know the number of employees because they're saying that technology is taking over and getting rid of employees. We would just need to know the number of employees. It really wouldn't matter how much they made. The number of people employed, in fact, hello, yes, right there, that's the theme. The types of organizations at which output of every employed person was measured, that would be a big graph. No, absolutely not. The kinds of manufacturing tasks most frequently taken over by machines, no. We would need to know the number of people employed. And that's it. We just got through that. Science with, oops, sorry. We just got through our science with 2 tables, and that was really fast. All right, so what I'm going to ask now, because remember, you are not a beginner anymore. You are in the advanced group. I'm going to ask that now you go on to the next passage, the 3rd passage, and let's go ahead and read that next passage. Remember, for the next passage, you are reading for theme, as always, looking for research design, circling dates, really pay attention to hypothesis that they bring up, and I will meet back with you when your next passage looks like this one. We are marking the text, we are reading for theme, we are looking for research design, we're circling dates, and let's go read the next science passage.